Alright, part 3 is a little bit more advanced, so if you have any issues with your shoulders or your wrists, always do everything on your forearms. You're going to start in child pose. Focus on your breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale everything out through your mouth. Keep breathing. Just focus on your breathing throughout all of these exercises. Inhale, tabletop or hands and knees. From here, we're going to thread the needle. Right arm through, shift the hips to the right. Both knees and feet are wide. In this demonstration, I'm also going to show you a different view. So notice that my feet and knees are wide. Left arm through, slide the hips to the left this time. And right. And here we go. We have our child pose. Toes touch, heels away, knees are wide. That's just a different view of child pose. From here, we're going to show you the downward dog hand placement. So making sure that all 10 fingers are touching the ground evenly and the elbows are in. So pressing firmly into the ground, making sure you're not cupping the ground. Bring the hips all the way up toward the sky and bend one knee at a time. This is called downward dog. Focus on your inhales and exhales. Notice that the head is below the heart. From here, we're going to go from downward dog to child pose, and this is a functional movement to increase flexibility in the hamstrings, the calves, the back, the shoulders. Again, if this hurts your hands or shoulders, you can always do these on your forearms or just skip this. So going back and forth from downward dog to child pose, it's a dynamic stretch. It helps loosen up the hamstrings, the lower back. And in downward dog, our head is underneath our heart. So getting a lot of oxygen and blood to the brain here. From here, we're going to show you the finger placements for downward dog and also a different view. Notice the head is in between the shoulders. Try to relax your head and neck here. So when doing downward dog, make sure that you relax your head and neck. Your head should feel really heavy, almost like a bowling ball. From here, I'm going to show you forearm plank. Palms are facing down. Notice that all 10 fingers are engaged. I'm not cupping the ground. The elbows are in. Okay. From here, forearm plank. This is going to increase the strength in the lower back and the core, or the abdominal wall. Also in the quads. From head to toe here, really, this is a very good exercise for increasing the strength in the core, but also the legs, forearms, and shoulders. If that's if you're not able to do that, you can always do it on your knees or with one foot on the ground. And I'm going to show you different variations here. Notice that my back is straight and my hips are down. You know what? It's really important to keep your back straight in your forearm plank. From here, tabletop position, holding this plank position, but with your knees down, focusing on your breathing. This is increasing the strength in the core. From here, you're going to lay down on your stomach. Your toes are touching, your heels are away, your palms are facing down. You're going to inhale, lift the chest and head up. It's called the trunk lift. You're going to repeat this. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. You're trying to get that chin up as high as you can. Chest up as high as you can. Keep the feet and hands down. Inhale on the way up, exhale on the way down. You want to try to get at least 12 inches off the ground. If you're under 5 or 6, you really need to try to increase the range of motion. From here, this is called Locust pose. Squeezing the glutes, keeping the legs straight. Arms are straight, shoulders are down and away from the ears. From here, lifting up, using your lower back and glutes. And then relax. From here, we're going to go back to Locust pose. Inhale up, hold it, and then exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and then this time feet and hands off the ground, hold it, squeezing the lower back. Notice that the legs are straight. A lot of people bend their knees there. From here, Sphinx or TV posture. We went over this in the past video. Very, very good for the lower back. Head is up, chin is up, palms are facing down. And then from here, arms are over the head. We're going to bend the elbows and bend the knees at the same time. This is called crossbow. This is a very modified pose, so we're going to increase the strength in our lower back by doing this. From here, you can also do it one elbow or one knee at a time in case you have shoulder issues. You can twist and touch, Again, you can do these for multiple reps. I'm going through this kind of fast, so you can always pause when you need to. It's called twist and touch. From here, everything off the ground, and then it's called full crossbow. So bending the elbows and the knees at the same time, but trying to keep everything off the ground. From here, isolateral contractions, or isolated contractions. So just seeing if you can do everything in sync with the body, and then seeing if you can do everything off the ground as fast as you can. This is going to be called full swimmer. From here, glute flexions. We're just squeezing the glutes but keeping the legs straight. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and this is called swimmer. That's really going to strengthen the back. From here, pushing a Cobra, and then child pose. And you're going to feel a lot of relief in the lower back here. You can hold that for at least a minute if you'd like. From here, crossing the legs or laying onto the back into our ball position. This is going to feel really good. It's going to massage the lower back by rocking forward and back. And then from here, we're going to go in little circles, keeping that lower back as flat as you can. This is where the relief is coming into play. So if you felt like the other exercises were a little bit hard, but this is going to be where we're improving the flexibility. From here, we're going to go to our supine stack knee twist. Okay, this is a very good stretch for the lower back. Again, hold these a little bit longer if you can. You can pause it, or you can always just follow along with me on the video. That's going to really take the pain away from the lower back, is this stretch right here. And you always want to do this after doing some physical activity. So after all your workouts, this would be a very good recommended pose. If you have good shoulder range of motion, tee out your arms and then twist to the side. And if your hips are pretty good, you can also cross over just like I'm doing here. You're going to feel more stretch in the back, more stretch in the shoulders, and more stretch in the hips if you cross just like that. Okay, and then from here, always squeeze in, bringing your knees in, and then bring your hips up to bridge pose. This is going to relieve a lot of stress in the back, putting the weight into the heels and toes, pressing into the ground. And then from here, easy pose, knees are wide, relax your hips, relax your feet, back is flat. Easy pose, feels really good. And then the bottoms of the feet together. It's called supine butterfly. Just focus on your breathing. And then from here, relax on your back in resting pose. And this is your corpse pose. And slowly get yourself back up, cross your legs, sitting up nice and straight. Wipe the sweat off. This is called Lotus fold. And again, like I said, you can do all these positions as quick as I did them, or you can hold for 30 seconds or 20 reps. Thanks.